Welcome to the Daily ADR report live from the New York Stock Exchange. My name is Ning Wang. We're looking at US markets who were deep dark in the red today on the first day of March. That was because of higher oil prices. Higher oil prices actually influence, of course, the oil sector, and we did see China Petroleum and China Northeast Petroleum being influenced. China Northeast Petroleum being actually upgraded by a Goldman Sachs analyst last week to buy since its performance was very good. The forecast is that its revenue growth will be by 11% to 742 million RMB, and earnings per share grow by 1 penny per share, which is up 14% than earlier predicted. China Northeast Petroleum might be a good thing to look at and interesting to look at, looking at the prices of per share at around $5, while China Petroleum, of course, its giant rival, has a price per share of over $102 per share. Today we had also volatile markets because we had certain Chinese companies out with earnings. One of them was Mindray Medical. Mindray Medical is a Chinese company that is producing medical equipment. Mindray Medical had interesting and record fourth quarter revenue. Revenue grew with $200 million, up 12% year over year, and sales were up 11% at $704 million. Mindray gave actually, besides that, also a full year guidance that was very upbeat. For the entire year of 2011, they're expecting a growth of revenue of 16%, which is very upbeat, and we'll have to see how it ends for Mindray. Mindray also competes worldwide with companies like General Electric, Philips, and Siemens, and it is hard competition for them, and that's why they came out with a different statement saying today that they are acquiring a majority stake of Shenzhen Schenke Medical, and then trying to be competing in a business of infusion pumps in China. With this, we'd like to give up to our special assignment reporter at the futures and options market, Brenner Hartman.
Well, we're seeing a lot of option activity in FXI this morning. FXI is the China Index Fund. It's comprised of 27 different companies, the largest Chinese companies. And what we're seeing are people buying the April $46 calls. Now, that would mean the stock would need to rally about 10% by expiration for these calls to be in the money. So it's a very bullish option play. Now, we're also seeing within the FXI, there's these different components. Now, China Mobile is almost a 10% component, and as you probably know, they just launched their Xinhua search engine. So that's some very positive news for FXI Index Fund. Look, the ticker symbol is CEO, and it's the Chinese National Offshore Oil Company. Now we're seeing a lot of people buy front month, which means the front month is March, $140 and $150 calls. Now that's between 4 and 10% out of the money, so we're also seeing a lot of bullish options activity in that name. While there was a lot of activity within the first 30 minutes to an hour, and now we're seeing a lot of slowdown. I was actually talking to one of my colleagues, and I've mentioned this before, it's kind of like the eye of the storm. We're all waiting for something else to happen. We're down about 20 points, which is substantial, but we're kind of teetering here. So we'll see what happens over the next few days as news unravels of what's going on in the Middle East.
Thank you very much, Brenner. And I would like to introduce to you, before the markets open tomorrow on Wednesday in the US, there are several Chinese companies coming out with their earnings call. It'll be Sina, the giant internet company. Sina has been actually picked by US analysts as being the best stocks to look at for 2011. And analysts are expecting rapid growth for TV and internet companies. Youku.com, though, which is referred to as the Chinese YouTube, had actually lost and raised all gains they made last week and earlier this week. It could be that they are influenced by an SEC rule, the SEC rule 2201, which would forbid or ban selling the stocks if it has lost 10% on the prior trading day. So we did see Youku down a little bit today on Tuesday, but as said earlier, analysts were very upbeat about Youku when it had its IPO last year in 2010. In November, it was trading 160% up on the same day it was listed at the New York Stock Exchange. And of course, we have other companies in technologies and also in games and communications reporting. That would be China Digital TV and also Shanda Games and Shanda Interactive. With this, I'll see you tomorrow again, and thank you very much for watching the Daily ADR Show.